Another day, another pair of wins in the transfer portal for Virginia Tech. A wide receiver, a four-star quarterback, lots of potential, lots of production. It's going pretty well down in Blacksburg. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ACC Uprising. My name is Grant Mitchell. I appreciate you all rocking out with us here today. We got a good one lined up. We're here to talk about Virginia Tech and their continued dominance in the transfer portal as they pick up commitments from UNC quarterback Bryce Baker and Duke wide receiver Shawn Brown. Very fun video lined up. We're going to take a look at both of these players, talk about what they bring to Virginia Tech, and what does this mean considering VT is stealing talent from within the conference. So before we jump into that, guys, make sure you do hit the like button. If you're new around here at ACC Uprising, we cover every single team. Doesn't matter who you're a fan of, we got stuff coming for you. In this video, we are talking about Virginia Tech, but if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, then why not go ahead and do that? Also, as we go through this, make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. That is your forum to express whatever it is that's on your mind. So let's get this thing started by talking about Mr. Shawn Brown, who was coming off of a very productive sophomore season at Duke. Had 846 yards and 5 touchdowns. That included 10 receptions for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns against Arizona State in the Sun Bowl. Now, he's only 5'8", 165 pounds, so he's definitely a slot guy. He's not your big physical X receiver that you're going to be throwing jump balls to. Okay, don't get that image in your head. But he's a very interesting player. And since the college football playoff is going on right now and Miami's in the national championship game, I'll liken him to Malachi Tony. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's good as Malachi Tony. He's not as talented as him. But what I'm saying is, don't let the size fool you. There's real physicality here. He's not going to get his nose dirty in the running game. He's not as strong as a guy like Tony, but he does have strong hands. And when he's going through contact, just because he's small, he's not affected by it. So that's what I mean. There's a sense of fearlessness, and you don't have to worry about when he's taking hits over the middle of the field and the defender, the safety comes down, hits him with his shoulder, ball pops out of his hands, and it's a drop. This guy had one drop all season last year, so very safe hands, good maneuverability over the middle of the field with the ball in his hands as well, and Duke loved to use him on screens. Now, the weird thing about that is he wasn't very productive on that. He's an interesting character. For being 5'8" and playing in the slot, you think, okay, he's got real short field quickness, but he can't really separate. He doesn't have a burst down the field. It's actually the total opposite. His quickness off the line, his initial burst, doesn't actually look that great, but then he has really good long speed, which again, very interesting, and it gives him a very unique player profile, but that also can be an opportunity, because if you go back and you watch his highlights from this season, you will notice when he gets one-on-one in the slot and it's a safety or a press corner that's up on him in the nickel, he burns them a lot of the time on slot fades. So there's a vertical element to him being in the slot, almost more than there is an underneath element. Again, you saw the screens. That was most of the short stuff he did by the line of scrimmage. But other than that, Duke utilized him a lot on digs and crossing patterns over the middle of the field. And then the slot fades were a real weapon for them. Also, watching this tape, you'll notice that his body control is very good. And his spatial awareness does seem to be a bit of a gift of his. So just a very unique player, but a guy who's has already produced in the ACC. So you know what you're getting from him, not just at the P4 level, but against this same competition, because it's the same schools, it's the same defenses, new players, okay, but you get the point I'm making. You have seen him in this situation before. He should be locked to start alongside Aiden Green, and then there's just an enormous log jam of other players that are in contention. You know, Adams and Peterkin and Exenor and Fat Rat and Heath and Wiggins, and if Matthew Outen commits, then add him into that mix, and supposedly Virginia Tech is taking a flyer on some other players in the portal, so unless you definitively, I think the second outside receiver position is going to be tough to figure out because there's going to be so much competition for it. But as far as the guy who's going to be starting in the slot, that's what you should be looking at Shawn Brown as. You should be looking at him to be that guy. So if you're excited about that, make sure you leave a like and prove it to me. The other player is Bryce Baker. And this guy's the total opposite because he's not coming off of a productive season because he didn't take a single snap at North Carolina last year in his freshman season. But that doesn't mean that he's just a warm body, someone to fill out the roster, give a jersey to. No. He is much, much more than that. Now, the assumption is that he will be backing up Ethan Grunkemeyer, We still are waiting for that to be confirmed, but Virginia Tech fans, don't worry. There's been nothing to suggest that that won't get over the line. It seems like it's pretty much done, and they're just waiting to announce it. But Mr. Baker here, Mr. Baker was the number 86 player and the number 8 quarterback in the class of 2025. So just 1 year ago. This is not a 6th-year player who in 2019 was highly recruited, and then he's been to 4 different schools, and he's kind of fallen off the face of the earth. No. This is a guy who very recently was regarded as a top prospect. Again, the number 8 quarterback in his class. I don't want to undersell this. So at the very least, he is coming to Blacksburg to provide competition, to provide depth. At the best case, there's competition. There's, hey, Ethan Grunkemeyer, you better hope that you win this starting quarterback slot, or you better hope that after you do win it, you perform well early in the season, because we have a very capable replacement with a lot of talent waiting right here for you. It's also an insurance policy in case there is an injury to the starting quarterback, and that works vice versa. Let's just say there's a world in which Bryce Baker starts. Well, then you've got depth, you've got competition, you've got an injury plan with Grunkemeyer right there. You get the point that I'm making. It's 2 young, talented players. I made a video earlier today discussing James Franklin's approach in the portal, and Bryce Baker is just a continuation of that. James Franklin is looking for these high potential young players with lots of eligibility left who can be core pieces in what he is building. And I said earlier today that I thought it was an extremely intelligent approach. My tune is not changing at all now that all he's done is gone out and land a former top 100 recruit in the country. So, round of applause, hat tip, whatever, kudos, however you want to say it. Good job to James Franklin, and good job to Virginia Tech. Baker's stats, like I mentioned, he did not have a snap for North Carolina last year. As a senior in high school, in 14 games, he completed 75% of his passes, threw for 3,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, ran for 303 yards, and 6 touchdowns as well. So, Hokie fans, my big question to you, are you guys excited about this? And as a matter of fact, that might be a cheap question because I'm pretty sure you are, but how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the program, the roster, the everything that James Franklin is putting together? And just what's the general sentiment down there? I mean, are you guys, is it time to start jumping? Are we feeling the energy in the building? We know that Virginia Tech fan base, we know they are lightning in a bottle, and they've been burning for a long time, and the fuse has been starting to wear out, understandably. Not attacking the fans. I'm saying it's more of a, man, how much longer can we take this? How much longer can we keep putting up this? Can we keep pouring out the Enter Sandman? Can we say we have the best fans in America if the team doesn't keep winning games? Well, I have a feeling those days are over, because Franklin is building that team, and he's doing it very quickly. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure that you do hit the like button if you enjoyed. As I mentioned, here at ACC Uprising, we cover every single team throughout the conference. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, even if you're not a fan of the Hokies. Leave your comments on what you think of this video and these thoughts overall. And we appreciate you rocking out here at ACC Uprising.